The 10th Africa Regional Forum on Sustainable Development kicked off in Addis Ababa. This forum came ahead of a crucial international conference in September, presenting an opportunity for Africa leaders to advocate for a more equitable global financial system and secure increased investments and debt relief, it was learned. Speaking on the occasion, United Nations Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed said Africa has been facing multiple crises, including debt increase by 183% since 2010, which is roughly 4 times higher than the region's growth rate. According to her, the total debt service accounted for a staggering 47.5% of government's revenue in sub-Saharan Africa last year. The UN Deputy Secretary General noted that the gap is enormous and an additional $4 trillion must be invested every year until 2030 to have a chance of achieving the SDGs globally.
The gap is enormous. An additional $4 trillion must be invested every year to 2030 to have a chance of achieving the SDGs globally.
Recall that UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called for an SDG stimulus for at least $500 billion a year to scale up affordable long-term financing for developing countries. Amina insisted that Africa's leadership and collective voice will be essential to make the stimulus a reality. African Union Commission Deputy Chairperson Monique Sanzabaganwa on her part reiterated Africa's unwavering commitment to Agenda 2063. She recalled that the AUC adopted the second 10-year implementation plan in February, acknowledging both the success of the first decade and the need to address emerging challenges and opportunities. The second plan seeks to address the emerging challenges and tap the emerging opportunities to accelerate the implementation of the agenda. According to her, domestic resource mobilization and stronger partnerships are key to achieving the development goals. However, she stated that many African governments have been facing self-inflicted and external challenges, and these challenges require stronger UN-AU partnership.
We need also go back to doing the basics of correcting all these gaps and inefficiencies, which is where our collaboration between the African Union and the United Nations is key, so that we bring back that conscience and that spirit of collaboration in our several multilateralism fora.
Representing President Sahle-Work Zewde, Planning and Development Minister Fitsuma Safa called for prioritizing poverty eradication and the needs of the most vulnerable groups. Eradicating poverty requires a holistic approach with substantial investments in peace building, education, healthcare, infrastructure, and sustainable livelihoods, she noted.
The enormous challenge we are facing today demand our resolute commitment to eradicating poverty and ensure the effective delivery of sustainable, resilient, and innovative solutions. In doing so, we must prioritize the needs of the most vulnerable groups.
The forum that will be held until Thursday is aimed to serve as a platform for stakeholders to discuss solutions to accelerate progress towards the SDGs and Agenda 2063. The United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, in collaboration with the African Union Commission, AUC, organized this 3-day forum.